Pretty soon, the hippies of today will be the squares of tomorrow.
It was the echoing voices of the old ones, through thick steel forests and over scorched earth. Always just out of reach, a murder of crows judged my every footstep. My bones were frozen. Penniless and entirely out of breath, I washed my beautiful hands in the black market dog water trough. But through it all, the real stick in my spokes was the torment of my dreams. I fought off sleep with both fists and sometimes fire. Little more than a blowgun I made from an exhausted pen, I shot the stars out of the sky. And when each one fell sparkling to the ground, I made wishes that never came true. Apparitions of angels with angry eyes appeared at each new moon. My own ghost began whispering, and the trees died if I tried to climb them. The decision was made for me to begin interpreting real life just as I would nightmares.
Yeah, here is again, that's me, and there's you. And I dig on you cats out there whipping and wailing and jumping up and down and sucking up that fine juice and patting each other on the back and telling each other who the greatest cat in the world is. Mr. Malenkov, Mr. Dalenkov, Mr. Eisenhower, who's the reason, Mars and Loser, and Mr. Woodhill and Mr. Beachhill and Mr. Churchill and all them hills, they gon' get it straight. If they can't straighten it, they know a cat that knows a cat that's gonna get it straight. But I'm gonna put a cat on you. Was the sweetest, gone-est, wailingest cat that ever stomped on this sweet swinging sphere. And they call this your cat. Buck 65, Buck 65, Buck 65, Buck 65, Buck 65.
Watching an already dead world vanish, we the banished and outlawed wander hither and yonder like dogs gone hungry, funky and angry and sometimes ugly. Drums like drugs have turned us to scavengers, pathfinders, addicts and mathematicians, practitioners of black magic. We make music from used up junk and bad luck dreams, liars and losers, emus and aardvarks, gypsies and pen thieves, peddlers, card sharks, all of us fortune tellers combing the forest, hardcore building a cardboard fortress, forward fast and backwards blindfolded, trying to find gold buried in floodplains, covered in blood stains, fly bites and egg yolk, running away with one of my legs broke. Sometimes it's lonesome, traveling homeless, not knowing where you're going, riding the railroads, pickups and sailboats are mostly the locomotives. Once we decide to see some of the countryside, working with circus performers and cutthroats, discussions with percussionists, perverts and poets. Haven't you ever heard of the 1200 hobos? We ain't vampires dressed like rock stars. We build campfires and ride boxcars town to town. We just write songs and plus we stay up like all night long. But we ain't vampires dressed like rock stars. We build campfires and ride boxcars town to town. We just write songs and plus we stay up like all night long. Some years is a long walk, even if it's not in a straight line. You see a lot of things in the distance, you know what they say about great minds. You and I think about the same things, dream the same dreams, play the same games. We started out in the same place, believe it or not, we got the same names. Everything happens for a good cause, whether it be victory or loss, and the road may turn into a runway.
sweetheart? In my darkness, one true light shines.
I know a man who was born with his heart on the outside. Every man's worst fear. He also had heavy hands. He couldn't touch his lover's face. He couldn't hold a baby. He would never desert him, but he was worried he would hurt him maybe. Mad at the world, his face turned hot pink. The best he could do was just try to not think, but he was too bothered, so he would only try rarely. He read the last page of every book in the library. He lacked the charisma of a true revolutionary. Crime fighter would try to write, but kept breaking his typewriter. He'd preach his manifesto like a militant radical. Was diligent, but his greatest mistakes were grammatical. If he only spent more time rehearsing, preparing, there wouldn't have to be so much cursing and swearing. Eyes on fire, his volume was blistering.